We have Bill Roedy. He is formerly the head of MTV International. Bill, it's a pleasure to have you with us. I want to talk about the media, right? Because, you know, the president's adept at using the media. Politicians do this all the time. The media and Wall Street right now. Has media somehow managed to become part of the debate? And I keep thinking about the Occupy Wall Street protests, as well as the images that we get almost daily from Athens and rioters in the streets.
Yeah, well, by the way, tell me which one is the sublime. Occupy Wall Street, you know, I was there, I hear there's only 100 people now. I don't know, you know, so is the media blowing it out of proportion? We would never do that, would we, in the media world? Probably yes. I think the story is, though, however, it's spread around the world. Yes, there is disenchantment, so the underlying theme is true. How big it is? It might not be as big as what the media is saying, so yes. Euro, you know, we were local before local was cool. That was our whole thing. So to have one size fits all, we never believed in. And think about all the time the policymakers are spending on this, even this weekend. You know, I really feel sorry for Carla Bruni, because she's giving birth because Sarkozy's flying from Paris to Germany. And, you know,
he may never hear the end of that.
He may never hear the end of it. But, you know, this is wasted energy. My gosh. And, you know, the poor Greeks, you know, they're in between everything. And, you know, so I think to get 17 people in the same room for the Euro to try and agree. I mean, when's the last time you've seen 17 people agree on anything, much less economic policy for Europe? Never thought it was sustainable. Probably shouldn't have happened in the first place, and now they're paying the price.
Now, in your book, What Makes Business Rock, you talk about arriving at MTV International headquarters in London. This was really before MTV was a household brand. And you had a conversation with people about doing business in Greece. It turned out it was, what, your largest account at the time?
Well, somewhat, yes. I said, what's wrong with this business? Greece is the largest distribution and also the largest revenue. But, you know, we all love Greece. I mean, you just have to go, you fall in love with Greece. And I was just there 2 months ago, and I was asking him, we had demonstrators all around us, you know, what do you think? And he had the perfect line. You know, I don't understand it. The EU's angry at us, Germany's angry at us, our interest rates are going up, our tax rates are going up, and, you know, our benefits are going down. You have a perfect line for it in the United States. And I said, well, what's that? It's all Greek to me. They didn't understand it. But, you know, on the other hand, you got the famous story of the hairdresser taking a pension at age 50 and, you know, the Germans working till 65. So you can understand it, but it just gets back to the original point. One size does not fit all. All politics is local. Everybody ultimately just cares about their own lot.
Well,
including the Greeks.
Having said that, though, I want to push a little bit on what everybody likes in terms of TV. Reality television, it's popular everywhere. If you look at various networks around the world, reality television, it's relatively inexpensive to produce. It's caught the attention of the public. Do you think that this is a phenomenon that's ever going to end?
Well, by the way, this is the ultimate reality TV right here, and it is very inexpensive to produce. Another thing you can blame MTV on, the real world started, gosh, you know, 20 years ago. So, yeah. It's here to stay. There's no question. Reality TV is here to stay. Love it or not, you will be watching reality TV for quite some time.
Do you believe that the kind of television that attracts the branded advertisers is going to change? Are they going to want to be associated with all of the different variants of reality TV?
Well, now I think you get into a bigger issue. What's the future of television? And by the way, anybody who says, I know, you know, that's when you tune off, because there's a lot of uncertainty and there's disruptive technology. I have 4 kids, none of them watch TV, and I have 40 years in television as a career. They watch the iPad, their own iPhones, and it's multi-platform. You know, the interface may be key going forward, because how do you know, connect from the television, and then you have content issues. So it's uncertain. The business model going forward for television, forget about reality TV, the whole business model going forward is uncertain going forward. I don't think it's going to be as dramatic as the record business or the print business, but there's a lot of uncertainty about advertising revenue, because you can't measure the iPad on Nielsen, for example. It's one of many issues, so stay tuned to that.
We've got to measure our time. I want to thank you very much. Bill Roedy, he's the author of the new book, What Makes Business Rock? Building the World's Global Brands.